we have a lot of people from a lot of different groups, Black Lives Matter, pro-Trump, anti-Trump, pro-Hillary, and the fact of the matter is a lot of the beliefs that some of the people have are disinformation. It's media propaganda, it's political propaganda. I'm hoping that I can come here today, educate some people, give them actual facts, so when the time comes to make these determinations that really affect our country, that we can actually make educated, informed decisions. I'm also here to make sure that the will of the people, the vote of the people, is respected by the establishment.
So you say you're here to get the facts out. Give us a couple facts. We're the honest media.
Trump is a racist and a bigot and xenophobic and all this other stuff. And I could sit there and argue semantics with people all day long, but rather than do that, I explain to them, I would rather have an angry, a bigot a-hole in office than a woman who sells guns to drug dealers, right? Fast and Furious. Sells guns to terrorists. Benghazi, right, has ambassadors killed for not wanting to sell the guns, right? Or we can talk about the Clinton Foundation. We could talk about taking $10 million from Qatar. We could talk about Saudi Arabia. We could talk about China. We could talk about all these countries that fund Hillary Clinton in order to get special favors in return. This is treason. And if this woman is not put in prison, obviously she won't be for the email scandal, but if she's not put in prison for these crimes against humanity, which they are, then George Bush is just as guilty of crimes against humanity as her, then there's something fundamentally flawed with our system when people who commit legitimate crimes against the world are not in prison.
You're obviously very well spoken. This isn't your first time giving the spiel. Where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles. And supporting Trump in Los Angeles, is that difficult at all?
Oh, yeah. I'm an angry, racist bigot before I open my mouth.
That's not the case, though. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Why do you support Trump?
My support for Trump is not so much fervent support for Trump himself, but discontent over the establishment. Right? I served 4 years in the Marine Corps, 2 tours in Iraq. I went to Iraq because Saddam Hussein had something to do with 9/11, weapons of mass destruction, and was killing his own people. This was bull, right? We didn't find any weapons of mass destruction. He wasn't, had nothing to do with 9/11. And as far as the human rights violations, we would have gone in there 46 years ago if that was actually the case. But apparently, it was only conducive for us to go in when he wanted to stop using the U.S. dollar for oil, right? So so there's one good example. So I was really disenfranchised by the system when I realized that I'd gone to Iraq and done some messed up things, right, over a lie, over manipulation. 5,000 Americans gave their lives to, in support of this war over a lie, and our government was behind it. I'm not going to say they're behind 9/11, all that stuff. You can make your own decisions on that. But the fact is, the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan were all based on lies. We didn't go to Afghanistan to get Osama bin Laden, call that a Freudian slip, huh? To get Osama bin Laden out of a cave. First of all, they weren't caves, they were mines. Mines. When you dig a hole in a mountain to get resources, it's a mine, not a cave. We weren't chasing Taliban through caves. We were chasing them through mines, right? Mines that we found a $3 trillion vein of lithium in. Hence, lithium-ion batteries from DeWalt, Ryobi, Energizer, right? We all saw that happen, right? Real quick, where did that come from, right? Also, 93% of the world's opium. So we got the world's opium and $3 trillion worth of lithium. Apparently that justifies destroying an entire country and destabilizing an entire region. That's not okay. And I'm not going to condone a system that gives $100 million to terrorists and then sends America's sons and daughters to go fight these wars. It's not fair to the people that fight them. It's not fair to the civilians caught in the middle. It's not fair for, for even the politician that has to raise his hand begrudgingly and say, yeah, do it, because he's afraid of his tenure, his next election, right? We, the people, need to stand together, unified. I don't care if you're Black Lives Matter, if you're Hispanic, if you're whatever. I don't care. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't give a shit what religion or race or anything you are. The fact is, we're all Americans. We're all getting screwed by the same system. We are all getting persecuted. I lose 33% of my paycheck for these clowns, right? To give Iran $150 billion? Are you out of your mind?
And so I guess you see Hillary Clinton as a continuation of the same sort of corruption.
Beyond. Hillary Clinton is so far beyond the nonsense of Barack Obama or George Bush or George Bush Sr. or her husband. She is so far beyond. She will make NAFTA and GATT look like child's play. She's going to make these wars in Iraq and Syria look like a freaking joke.
Now, how has your reception been? Do you get a lot of people willing to listen to your message, or has it been difficult?
You know what? I got a First Amendment. So I'm going to say what I got to say, and if someone doesn't like it, they can walk on. They can step. I don't care. It doesn't matter, because I got something I got to say, and if you got something you got to say, then say it. And if I don't like it, then I'll step. Or I'll come to you with information that maybe questions what you're saying. We can have a legitimate conversation over it. But if someone wants to just get hostile and irate and violent and start, just calling me, say, racist, xenophobic, this and this, blah, 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 obviously you're not listening to what I'm saying.
That's absolutely right. Well, you're a very brave person, and you're right here in the middle of the protesters, and I appreciate you giving us the interview.
Right on. I'm going to put my shirt on now.